Loading failed. That's weird. There we go. Okay, looks like everything should be working. So, hello friends and adventurers, and welcome to another session of Salliekat Streams Avernum. We have killed the Demon Lord Greyhoth, and Avernum is now safe from his evil influence. But now I am... There is more stuff to find in these windy little tunnels. Monsters that I don't feel like fighting. Was there anything hidden up here that I wanted to see? I don't think so. There is a secret passage. This twisting network of passages is making you uncomfortable. They're too quiet and too dry. The humidity and warmth of most of Avernum is absent here, and the glowing fungus on the ceiling is very sparse. As you wander through these shadowy passages, trying hard to maintain your bearings, you feel that you are being watched, even stalked. Something here is hunting you. And something has set up a small tower. In this small side cave, someone has built a small tower. A sign in front says, Sathis, Miscellany, visitors welcome. Puttering about inside the crowded tower, you find an ancient greenish-gray slith. He doesn't greet you with hostility, however, but with friendliness bordering on servility.
Welcome, welcome. I am Sathis. It's so nice to have customers. Well, besides my main customer. But come in, let me show you my wares.
You look at his potions and the other items he has made. It's remarkable work. You ask who his main customer is. All he says is that her name is Sulphurous. Before you go, you have the chance to buy several interesting things. Well, I don't know if Sulphurous would have any use for a lamp, an archer's cloak, a pole weapon, or a set of bronze plate mail. Presumably, Sathis has other stuff that Sulphurous would be more interested in. Also, didn't the flavor text mention, like, potions or something? Whatever. Blessed cloak, dragonskin cloak. Yeah, I'll give Githa an archer's cloak. Can't carry any more items. I'll give someone with more inventory space the archer's cloak. He sells a wide variety of unusual stuff and is willing to buy your stuff as well. Let me actually see if I've got anything worth selling here. Probably the nimble gloves, to be honest. I think these were the reward for the gremlin quest, but I don't need them because Githa's tool use skill is absurdly high. Hi there, Leafy. Ruby. I do not need a ruby. I'm at the point of the game where I'm carrying around more artifacts and magical jewelry and armor and stuff than I really need. Because what if I want to switch up my equips a little bit? Two, 1-1 plus 2. Comparable defense. You return to the Tower of Sathis. He is still here and still willing to sell you goods. And buy some of my excess stuff. Maybe now Githa will be ever so slightly better at archery. But it's not so much her ability to hit them. Oh, I found some swamp. I guess the humidity in these tunnels isn't so bad throughout. Whee, mutant lizards. Okay, that's some respectable damage. I like it. Actually, let's cancel that. Move up a step or two so I can hit all of them. I don't know what would happen if you were to have more than 26 monsters on screen. How that would impact the letter labeling. These undead walk towards you robotically, moving towards you swiftly in straight lines, guided by an unseen hand. You try to run, but they easily outpace you. Skeletal warriors, gremlins, and a lich. Possibly they are being controlled by the lich. Oh, the skeletal warriors take no damage from fire, but the lich did. So not quite a waste of spell points. Let's try Arcane Blow instead. Skeletal warriors take no damage from magic. I don't like you anymore. But I've done enough castings of Repel Spirit that now they are all, well, most of them are gone. So they've got various jewelry that I could pick up and sell. Oh, okay. What an odd little combat encounter. I don't think that was in the original. Must investigate all dead ends. This group of walking statues surround a strange, bent-over old man. His eyes are glassy, and he moves with a strange, stiff motion. He doesn't seem to be aware of who or where he is. However, he seems fully aware of what he is here to do. He moves his hand in a chopping motion, and the statues move to attack. Golems and a suspiciously out-of-it wizard. I'm beginning to think someone doesn't want us exploring these particular caverns. Ow. Okay, so level 3 healing does 40 to 50 healing as opposed to the 30-ish, so improvement. Well, that's not good. Okay, can I do a return life or do I need to reload? I can do a return life, and Githa is slightly naked at the moment. Fortunately, I am hasted. So what do I want to do here? Slowing, shielding, summoning. Probably slowing. Arcane Summon will call one big creature. Summon Aid will give several alternate targets. Oh joy, I've summoned my own gremlins. What fun. No ammunition, what? I must have finally run out of my standard arrows. I have blessed arrows, I have acid arrows. What? How did I miss with blessed arrows? Come on. Okay, can't put most of my armor back on right now. It's funny how the can't equip armor in combat only applies to chest pieces. Okay, good, the wizard's dead. Now I still have the problem of golems being very happy to punch me. Could call on Divine Host. I don't have a mass shielding spell is the problem. Do have Arcane Shield. Gremlin misses and yet harms Golem for 9. Okay. So, gremlins are doing their job as distraction. You know, Githa may not be wearing armor, but she is shielded pretty well, so she can probably take a few punches. Anyway. Crap, they're immune to fire. Actually, before we spend all of those spell points, let's try lightning first. They might be resistant to magic, but not too bad. Yeah, for the damage that's doing, it's really not worth the spell points. It would be hilarious if I could charm a golem, but I'm pretty sure they're mindless and immune to that. I no longer like having gremlins as summons, at least for this fight. Because the gremlins are focusing on getting long range and using their charm attack, which is not working here. Finally. And Jay, you can take the healing elixir and the arrow. Well, that took a little while. And that looks significant. Fortress of Sulphurus. Domain of Sulphurus. I'll come back in a bit because I'm not finished exploring. No, I really do not feel like fighting right now. Oh, I see a pack of drakes. Lovely. Another small passage, so we've got a tiny little shortcut here. Is it a shortcut that leads to anything good? That I don't know. It doesn't actually seem to lead to anything at all. Okay, that should have fixed it. I've also done a bit of window rearranging so that now I can see my game and my chat and enough of OBS that I can tell if the microphone is actually working or not. I can't see very much of my YouTube analytics, but yeah, that's fine. Thank you, Patrick. And thanks for mentioning that the microphone was disobeying me again. So... fortunately, we haven't missed very much important. There have been a few battles, and... maybe I said something funny, maybe not. I know I had some frustrations with the greater undead skeletons being immune to fire. But anyway, now I can narrate this guy again. Talking to Baksha. There is a demon imprisoned here, bound in by powerful magical runes. The loathsome, leathery creature paces back and forth constantly, obsessively looking for a flaw in his prison. Why are you trapped in that magic circle? It angrily rakes the invisible barrier around it with its claw. I am bound to welcome all comers to the home of the mighty Drake. Sulfurous, mightiest of dragons, she placed me here to greet and give warning. He speaks the words with loathing. Dragons, how many are there? There are 5. I have not always been bound to Sulfurous. I'm sure it's possible, though I've never done it, to explore such that Sulfurous is the first dragon you find in the game. Who did you belong to before? Or did you belong to anyone, or only yourself? Faugh, I did not belong to anyone. I was a servant of Erica, and for that I earned good pay. But here I languish. Tell me about Erica. The arch-incantatrix? The demon looks around to make sure nobody is listening. He examines the walls carefully. Strange. Then he turns and speaks in a low voice. Sulfurous took me when I was on one of her errands. Very rude. But she has not forgiven this slight. One of her statues is here. One of Erica's statues? Will it actually speak to me this time? Because I found one in Exile, but it seemed like it was bugged. Let's just say it is well hidden indeed. If you, like me, are one of her followers, you will know what to do with it. And watch out, the pillars are guardians. The pillars are guardians? What? The demon just smiles. What he means is that if we attack Sulfurous, there are invisible guardians hidden in the walls. They are annoying, because we cannot target them with spells. You mean how I just say divulge to the statues, right? Shush! The dragon hears all in these halls. Where does Erica live, as if I don't know that? A long way away from here, west of the abyss. Alright, what warning did you want to give us? Sulfurous requests nobody take the east passage from her chamber without her permission. Those who disobey will die in fire. Okay. Well, that was easy. Talking to statue. There is an animated statue here, watching the steaming fumarole. Occasionally, it scratches itself. Divulge. It turns around, sits on the edge of its pedestal, and stares at you. Greetings, master. I have spied on the Drake, and I have secrets to tell. Do go on. She seeks the scepter and circlet. For what, I don't know, but I've heard her talk of them. And her treasure, too. Oh, treasure? Her hidden treasure chests are all trapped, but the trap on the southeast chest is broken. She plans to fix it, but thinks nobody dares steal from her. Hi there, Skylar. Thanks for dropping in. sure there's nothing on these bookshelves. But one must check. And Sulphurus has a couple of treasures here, just right out in the open. A robe and a pair of boots, which presumably are enchanted, and which definitely she will try to kill me if I touch them. Let's not jump in the lava. As you start to walk over this line of runes, you start to feel dizzy. You try to concentrate and force yourself to walk over them, but the closer you get, the more disoriented you become. Eventually, you find yourself standing on the west edge of the runes. Your head clears. Okay. I don't think that did anything permanent to me. Ooh, look, dragon treasure. Oh, if I take any of these coins and the halberd, will Sulphurus be mad? And that chest indeed is not trapped. So there's yet another dragon skin cloak and a mind crystal. This is one of the dragon's treasure boxes. It seems like a fairly unadorned and mundane stone box. There aren't even any protective runes on it. You open the box. There's treasure inside. As you examine the loot, you start to feel a little dizzy. Scroll of Fire Blast. Neat. And a yew crossbow. Oh look, I've got another Dread Curse. Less bad than the one I got from, what was it, robbing Formalo? Oh, and the dragon still doesn't care I've done anything. Hee hee. I do, however, not want a Dread Curse right now. But I might borrow some of Sulphurus' loose change. It's fine, I've got gifts for her, she won't be mad. An enormous dragon, 4 times the height of a human, 100 feet long, her mighty length coiling and uncoiling, rests on an active steam vent. When she sees you, she bares her fangs in a predatory grin. They are pitch black. Black fangs does seem to be a mark of power in dragonkind. What is in the passage to the east of here? I have given my word not to say. Given your word to who? Who are you to question me, fool? I shall not say. Why have you blocked it off? My purposes are my own. However, I might allow passage for those who perform certain services for me. Okay. Why do you want to control movement through the passage? I happen to live on top of it. I see no need to let you fools and insects pass for free. My siblings might, but I am no fool. Your siblings are kinder then? Well, some of them. Fool Motrax would help you. He should die for stooping He should die for stooping to befriend you humans. He betrays our race. At least Pyrog controls instead of befriends. You mortals are beneath our notice, and we should treat you that way. And yet here you are talking to me. Can you teach us some of your magical skills? Ha! Me? Waste my time instructing humans? Nonsense. Okay, definitely not going to go with the rude option here. Waste of time? Why? In a tiny bit of time, in a blink of an eye, you humans wither away and die. If you lived a few centuries more, it might be worth it to deal with you. But as things are, no. What sort of things are you looking for? My actions and machinations are private, and you should not presume to ask. You shudder involuntarily. However, since you seem curious, I am looking for some assistance. I would like to assist. You must, if you are one of those who want to pass through my fortress. Some humans have expressed an interest in that passage to the east, the passage I control. They, or at least this puny group called the Scimitar, expresses interest in passing it. Interesting things are beyond. I may allow you to pass to the east, but you must ask permission. Then I formally request permission to pass through the eastern passage. Excellent. All you have to do, then, is give me the silver circlet and the onyx scepter. They are rare, heavily guarded, and highly valuable magical artifacts. Do this, and I will grant you passage through my domain. Tell us about this circlet. A silver circlet was brought down by some pathetic humans some time ago. It seemed to have magical power, but nobody could figure out what it did. I have only heard of it, and I don't know where it is, but the mystery is of great interest to me. Get it. What do you know of the scepter? She roars and vomits a mighty gout of flame into the air. You almost faint. Black, a single piece of pure onyx, stolen from me. I know not who the thief is, but I know where it is. The Tower of Magi. Get it back for me. Okay. So in future games, we do find out what the onyx scepter does, but we never learn more about the silver circlet. We have recovered the silver circlet for you. She picks the circlet out of your hands with her massive claws. Then she mutters a few magical words, and it disappears. Good. That task is completed. And we've obtained the onyx scepter. She picks the scepter out of your hands with her massive claws. Then she mutters a few magical words, and it disappears. At last, my scepter has been returned to me. We have done what you asked. We returned the items. We wish to pass. Fine. The dragon mutters a brief spell. You may pass the eastern runes. And we may not learn any magic from Sulfurus. Aw. However, I did gain enough experience to level up Esme. Yay. So, yeah, my front line. So everybody is level 36, 31, 36, or 30. And my reputation is adored at 41. I am quite the accomplished adventurer by now. Oh boy, more swamp. What mysteries lie beyond that heavily guarded gate? There's a narrow bridge spanning this chasm. Far, far below you, you hear the distant echo of rushing, turbulent water. Icy winds blow past you, and the bridge is slippery with mist. When you are halfway across, a bunch of sinister, grinning orbs fly out from underneath the bridge and attack you. They've been waiting here for prey for some time. I knew this was coming, and I really should have saved first. And I also should have put this armor back on. Okay, so, gazers. The gazers have all targeted Jay for their mind-draining rays, which is nice because I don't use him for spellcasting anyway. I might just be able to pull this off. Target has Sanctuary. Aww. Should I summon some help? Okay, so if you have Sanctuary, then I might not be able to do a whole lot with damaging you right now. Until, of course, you break that Sanctuary by attacking me, which you inevitably will. I have not saved in nearly long enough. Also, I have a bunch of shielding icons. I don't know what they all individually mean. I have long since lost anything that might have told me that. Okay. Let's see if I can fire blast any of you. Oh, that's very good. Oh, that is so good. It felt like I was in deep trouble for a second there, but it turns out I am quite a bit higher level than the Gazers by now. Invulnerability, Martyr's Shield, and Resistance. Thanks, Cadu Lopez I can't say your name right now, I'm sorry. Thanks, Cadu, or Bone Ripper. Gotta be careful not to destroy my own allies. Can't end combat yet? Who else is left? Oh, you all the way over there. Nip, nip, don't attack the friendly spirit. Okay, that went really badly and then rather well. Can't rest in this part of the outdoors, it's far too dangerous. Phooey. I can at least walk back and forth enough to regen a bunch of health and spell points. Nope, can't rest on this side of Sulphurous either. Probably have to go back into the Great Cave. If push comes to shove, I do have alchemy to make energy potions. Hi there, Nathan. Yeah, I'm hoping to get through to the exit to the surface world in this stream, so it'll be a little while longer. And I save. The passage to the west becomes very curvy. It also starts to slope sharply upward. The temperature is changing. You start to feel cold. The glowing ceiling fungus is almost absent here. It's very dark. There's a skeleton here. It's still wearing the ruined armor of a soldier of the Empire. The body has only been here for a year or two. You have to wonder, how did a soldier from the surface get here? Final gauntlet. And this time I actually do get a map. If not a whole lot of light. A creature lumbers out of the shadows to the west. It looks like a giant, but its skin is waxy and unnatural. Its eyes carry no emotions, not even the piggish anger giants feel most of the time. Maybe it's an undead giant, or maybe it's a magical construct. Either way, it's very hostile. Can I get some light going? Yes, I can. I did not need to bless Jay again. I wanted to bless Githa. Ow. Well, that was easy. Game was talking that guy up as if he was going to be a big threat. Hello? As you walk slowly through the chamber, watching for traps, you think you see motion around the chair to the west. As you look to see what it was, a translucent wall appears in front of you, bisecting the chamber. You hear a voice coming from the empty seat. Approach the barrier, it says. As you approach the barrier, the voice intones, "Speak the passphrase." You say the 4 syllables carefully, remembering as you do the intense effort required to obtain them. Kro Bas Eng Kai. The barrier disappears, clearing the path. As you step forward, the voice calls out again. Perform the ritual of safety, so the defenses may be neutralized. You don't know the ritual of safety. The voice says, "Fine then. If you are indeed allowed to pass, you will have to struggle." Then the voice and the strange presence disappears. You are alone. Okay then. Wasn't expecting to find that. Oh, Invisible Guardian. Also, what was I saying about putting Githa's armor back on? There. There we go. I thought I remembered something about Guardians taking more damage from Demon Slayer. Okay, so a few dead bodies and... Ooh, healing and energy elixir. Much appreciated. Dang it, Githa, why do you have so much stuff? Oh wow, healing elixirs don't actually do that much for my high-level characters anymore. So I don't actually know if that passage was in original Exile or not. Maybe it was, but in slightly different positioning. This feels weird. You feel a soft breeze on your faces. Not a cold or humid subterranean draft, but an actual honest breeze. The green on the ground isn't fungus. It's grass. Actual healthy grass. You look up and are blinded for a moment. It's the sunlight. It takes a while for your eyes, weakened by the shadows, to adjust to it. You have finally, after a long quest, reached the surface world. It lies spread out before you, waiting to be explored. And yet my light is fading. Suddenly, the blue sky, so reassuring above you, fades away. Instead, you see rock. The cliff walls to the east and west curve around and meet to the north, trapping you. The breeze is real. The air is fresh. However, this chamber is just a trap, placed here to imprison seekers of the true exit. You turn around in time to see the gate close, and to see several of the strange giant creatures. They lumber forward to attack. The Empire has tricked you, and now you're trapped. And I kind of fell for it. But I also have opportunity to do beast ceremony, I think. Yeah, that is a lot of you. Well, they drop good loot. Don't bother asking why the enemy constructs in a high-security area of the Empire drop lots of money. Ooh, bar of silver. Like, they're not even dropping jewels that could conceivably be used to fuel something or other. They're straight up dropping coins. So, how do I get back out? Well, that gets me somewhere. Ah, golem. There's a large cavewood wheel here, with a long length of iron chain wrapped around it several times. The chain then goes from the wheel into a hole in the ground. Since you're busy in combat, though, you don't have time to turn it. That might be the first time I've actually read that message. The variant with the combat, I mean. You hear clanking noises to the south. That sounds helpful. Also, there is a skeleton here. I doubt that any non-Empire folks would have been able to get past Sulfurus without the Silver Circlet and the Onyx Scepter. So was this an Empire soldier who did something stupid? Okay, now this bridge I do remember. A narrow bridge of stone arcs across the chasm to the north. It looks very fragile, and seems likely to crumble if any weight is put on it. I'm sure it's fine, it just looks bad. The bridge collapses out from under you. You plummet, screaming, into the chasm. Then, a few minutes later, you stop falling. With a horrible splatting noise. So let's not do it quite that way. Somewhere around here has got to be something else. Another large cavewood wheel. I turn the wheel and hear the sound of stone grinding on stone to the north. Well, there's still only one bridge. The bridge is very delicate, but somehow it manages to support your weight. You're able to cross. The bridge wasn't quite as sturdy as it seemed. A large section of it crumbles and collapses behind you, stranding you at the north end. You'll have to find the exit now. Oh dear. Will I be able to get back through here if I want to return to Avernum? For reasons like telling the scimitar about this exit. Perhaps I should go ahead and save as a backup instead of saving my primary. And yeah, light sources definitely do not last as long in here. Hey there, yeah, I'm finally streaming at not late-ass at night. You don't have ranged attacks, do you? You can drink your potions all you like. Hey there, Yamamana. Oh goody, more of you. Do I really want to be using up all my ammo on these giants? Okay, Jay is the active one, and he has no spells he can cast. Githa can do Smite. I forgot I had Smite as a potentially worthwhile priest spell. Cost 7 versus cost 4. Meh. Yeah, even at level 3, Smite is really underpowered. Now that we know where to find it, maybe in another game, if I got Smite level 3 before the end game, it would actually be useful. Maybe. Oh, you're a giant shaman, so you actually can do a little damage to me. Also, Githa's Smite will not do as much damage because her intelligence and priest skill level is not so high. Actually, Actually, no, McGrath's doing about the same amount of damage, so yeah, Smite just sucks. Shooting large fireballs at my enemies never sucks. Unless I'm in the blast radius. Okay, what did I just do? I think I meant to hit the P button, and I must have hit something next to it that made Githa active. There we go. Apparently O toggles one or all characters being active for some reason. Oh, you're still alive. Now you're not. The map doesn't really tell me where all the ledges and different elevations are, which is mildly annoying. That's true, we can see the ramps and staircases. I see you there, secret walls. There we go. And the chest contains healing and 2 healing elixirs, 1 energy. Not bad. I may go ahead and use 1 or 2 of those. No, don't jump off the ledge. More giants. Who are currently stuck behind barriers. Divine Fire is pretty overpowered, and I love it. Come on, let's get a few more kills in for Esme. There we go. There's a black shade up ahead. And I know exactly where you are because all the Nephilim spawned right next to you. Unfortunately, I still can't target you with spells, I think. Phooey. Wait. Okay, maybe you're sitting in the corner. That would make sense. And now you're dead. Ow. Don't tell me. Other corner? Precisely. Okay, if there was a black shade over here, I'd have noticed by now. I feel dumb because I was looking for something to toggle the barriers, and I have Dispel Barrier the spell. Another wheel. Turn the wheel. Clattering of the chain echoes through the halls, nothing else happens. Yeah, I could see some nostalgia value in certain models of old mechs. I do miss the aesthetic of the turn of the millennium round colorful iMacs. I never actually had one of those. My family had the G4 Cube. I will say, though, I don't miss having computers be super heavy. I like being able to easily lift a laptop or a Mac Mini. Oh, you had a purple one. I'm a little jealous. There's a huge cavern to the north. It's filled with stalagmites and statues. Some of the statues are moving. However, before you can get a good look at the layout, a heavy mist rises up all around you. You can't see a foot in front of your face. Is my light useless? Yep, my light is useless. But I do still have a map. Map shows me where the statues are, the non-living ones. It does not show me the stalagmites, which is annoying. You are also annoying. Ow. Okay, how annoyed am I going to get eventually if I start just exploring individually and get my party members very separated? Found a ramp. Found a golem that can't get me, yeah. Okay, not so annoying. The stalagmites don't actually block me off from finding the rest of my group. And there's a square of map that's completely blocked off by stalags right now. Interesting. You found me! You jerk. Oh right, you're fireproof, so Esme doesn't really have an effective attack for you. Yeah, this is just going to be a slow grind. And yet still moderately less annoying than the original Exile, because I don't think they're respawning, and I do sorta have a map. Okay, big healing time. I think at level 3, Divine Restoration also grants regeneration, which could be nice to have. I should really be looking for secret stuff on the side walls here. Maybe not specifically here, but in the chamber in general. Phooey. Yeah. And for once, let's take advantage of having 2 priests. I blessed the wrong character again. I blessed Githa. I should be blessing Jay. Hey there, Zach. And, yep, the party members are definitely a reference to Discworld, specifically the Witches of Lancre. I've been on a Discworld reading kick lately. Currently reading Carpe Jugulum. Another wheel. Okay, so apparently these aren't hidden through secret passages. They're just a pain in the butt to get to. And I've released some zombies. So that wheel did a something. Oh, acid. Ugh. I suspect that this is now open on one side, perhaps, maybe? Or maybe not. How long ago could I have gotten in here? Okay, there's a table with a plate on it. Absolutely nothing else of use. Table with a javelin. Another wheel. Okay, so I think these chambers might have been blocked off by stalagmites. I'm so glad that someone else recognizes the Enchanted Forest Chronicles. Okay, so either that wheel did something over here, or it did something way up here. Yeah, I don't think there's actually anything in here. But it's a blank spot on my map, so of course I have to check. Man, imagine coming up here when you're only like level 20. Oh, Esme is having very much problems with the acid now. And something's opened up over here. Nah, boy. Good news, I have level 3 safe travel. Lava damage? What's that? Heh. I can, in fact, slightly damage the golems with Smite. Joy. Another wheel. Oh, and my safe travel actually lasts long enough to go across and back. Yeah, I've been naming parties after various fictional things I like for the last few years now. Gosh, I've been Let's Playing for a while. But when I was a kid, I would just use whatever names I liked. Okay, that's still not a thing. It's a little harder to see the ramps when they're just one little square. Heck. So have I consistently been wrong about this blank square? Yes, in fact I have. When I thought I could get in, I could not. When I thought it was just a inaccessible square to annoy me, I was wrong. Well, I was right about it being made to annoy. That Jeff definitely did that. Enough with the golems, please. And I really need to make some more energy potions. Energetic. Also, is this really all the potions that I can make? I might have to go in search of more alchemical recipes. Because I should be able to make more than a couple of elixirs, I would think. Huh. Or am I too powerful and the game too easy if I can make myself energy elixirs? Have to be careful to keep clicking the make a potion button and not the delete this character button. That would be bad. Honestly, the delivery on Oh Jarnathan is great. Ooh, there's an idea. I could name party members after Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Okay, so that turned out to be a wheel. Maybe this is finally open? Now, of course, we have to pad out the game length by putting the buttons and their effects as far apart as we possibly can. Make us go back and forth, in the dark, fighting tough enemies over and over. And yet we do love these games so much. Okay, not getting real tired of you. At last, a path out. The mist clears, and you can see again. You're in a small building. It looks like an outpost, built into the side of a cliff. Everything is dusty. Nobody's been here for quite a while. However, what really gets your attention is what you see through the windows to the north. Oh! It's actual grass! You walk through the door and look around. You are outside. You're on the surface. You breathe in great gasps of fresh air and stare gleefully at the trees and plants. If you want, escape from Avernum is finally at hand. So now what? You could go back and tell Erica and the Avernites of the exit to the surface. Or you could escape. You could finally live on the surface again. It's up to you. Will you stay down here and continue the struggle? Or do you leave the pit and take your chances on the surface? Oh, I really should have saved a little while back. Because we can definitely escape, but there's no going back from that. But we have to stay in the underworld if we want to exact our vengeance upon cruel Emperor Hawthorne. You spend several hours wandering around in the outdoors. You are, as far as you can tell, many miles from the nearest town. You're able to enjoy the outdoors in relative safety. At last you can see the outdoors again. You try to memorize every detail of it, every sight and smell, to sustain you during your long struggles in the moist, hostile caverns below. Then, reluctantly, you turn back. It is tempting to escape, to live in the sun, the fresh air, the relative safety. However, deep down, you know that you can't. Your duty calls to you. You have new friends and new allegiances, and there is much work yet to do. Maybe someday you can return and reach the surface again. Then, with one last look at the surface, you return to fight for your new home. You've completed the second of the 3 great quests of Avernum. Congratulations. Yes, the adventurers of Avernum finally get to touch grass. Also, always nice to see unique artwork in places like this. Yee. Oh, actually, I can do what I wanted after all. Make an alternate save right by the door. And escape! You step outside and feel the sunshine on your face. You savor the wind and the smell of grass and flowers. You find a stream and fresh water which isn't choked with minerals and algae. But minerals and algae give flavor. It will be hard life up here. The Empire will try to hunt you down. You will have to make a completely new start. But for now, none of that matters. You have the light and the plants, and fresh hope. Most of all, you have hope. Somehow, you are sure that you'll be able to make a new life for yourself. A new, dangerous, exciting life. It will do. You have managed to escape your prison. At last you can wander freely on the surface. However, many others are not so lucky. There are still many adventures in the underworld, and many foes of Avernum need to be fought. Will you be satisfied with this victory, or will you continue the struggle? Yeah, we're going back. There are several comfortable, unused beds in this room. You could probably get a few hours of uninterrupted rest here if you wanted. Not a bad idea after some rough fights. Yay, full restore. And there is a mysterious portal, which is useful because not only do I not particularly want to walk back through this awful, awful room, but the bridge is out. And we're back at the entrance. I don't know, I personally like the cartoony style of illustration here a little bit more than the more stiff and realistic art from the re-remakes. Also, good lord, Avernum did come out 25 years ago. Exile is even older! Although Exile 1 came out in 95, so that's about 30 years old. It means I would have been 8 or 9 when I was first playing these. And yeah, I don't think Sulfurus has anything new to say to us. Though I am oddly tempted by the loot here. Normally I don't like killing dragons if I don't have to. Yeah, I like the vibrant colors of Avernum, but my favorite is still the more pixely style of original Exiles. So I can save here. Ooh, did you see some of the pillars doing the thing there? This room might not actually be the best one to do a beast ceremony in, because I don't know that I want Sulfurus to be that strong. So maybe I sneak into the treasure room. Bless and haste and shield only myself. Which then proceeds to start wearing off almost immediately. And say, hey Sulphurus, what's the deal with this here robe and boots? Sulphurus is now hostile. This may have been a bad plan. There's a bunch of black shades. I cannot easily target them. Though interesting that in combat mode the pillars disappear. Huh. Welcome back, Skylar. Okay, need to re-up some of my blessing. Definitely need to re-up my hasting. So do I have one person keeping the dragon busy? Or do I send both fighters out to take out the black shades? Because black shades can be a little annoying. Ow! How about I start summoning a few of my own allies? Ooh, Rod of Major Call. And Wand of Acid. Sulphurus, how do you like acid? Sulphurus is mildly annoyed by acid. Where the heck are the black shades? I can't do area of effect spells. I can't find them. Oh no, my shades. I can't move this way. Maybe I can't do anything about the black shades? Okay, I'll just ignore them, I guess. See, if I cast Sanctuary, then my summons could get at least one attack off. I don't know if it would do any good, but they could do it. Gazer. Or no, Eye Beast. Oh, 4 damage. Friggin' great. Did you just turn a skeleton into a divine warrior? That's hilarious. Well, my Slith warrior did at least take out the vampire. Divine Warrior for everyone! Uh-oh. Sounds like maybe I need to start making dinner soon. Never mind that it's at least half an hour until dinner time. I should probably do some hasting. Let's see... Where did Cat go? Yep. Theo has entered the room. And it looks like Theo will be a good kitten and not try to climb up on my sound screen here. Do I have any actually useful spells at this point? Skeleton resist charming. Darn it. You're a statue. Is the statue moving? Statue resist charming, of course. Sulfurous resists paralysis. I was about to say the invulnerability is lasting a nice long time, and it just ran out. Oh, yay, I've got Sanctuary. Ooh. Panting, exhausted, and bruised, you look at the massive corpse of Sulfurous. She survived centuries of life, but she couldn't survive your wrath. As she expires, you think you see her whispering something, but you can't be sure. Maybe she was just begging for mercy. Yeah, I doubt that. Alright, folks, let's skedaddle. And the demon's hostile too, of course. Yes, there's a relatively new cat. We have Garnet, who we've had for around 10 years now, and Theo, who we've had for a few months. Theo's around 9 months old now, so he's just starting to age out of that incredibly destructive kitten phase, I think. At least he's been less destructive lately. Okay, we have made it out. Now, where can I go to get stuff identified? Also, that apparently has not damaged my reputation. I do. Ooh, I have 6 levels of Dread Curse. Oh, wow. So that's what Sulfurus was whispering about. Luna! Luna's a good name for a cat. Still a catastrophe with legs. Well, maybe Theo's just been distracted enough with the new, taller cat tree that we got. Having a nice tall place to climb on makes him a little less inclined to hop up on the nearby table. That's one area where my cats are different. Garnet likes to find cozy spaces, but she's pretty good at not getting up on tables. Theo likes to be high and explore. Yes, furry friends definitely like blankets and pillows and couches. Yeah, we have one cat tree that's gotten some attention, but the cats keep getting interested in other things. But Theo is certainly a fan of the new cat tree with a nice high spot for napping. I think Garnet would like it too, except that she doesn't like it when Theo is also on the cat tree. So, if Theo is there first, or when he hops onto it, she gets annoyed. So, hey Leith, I've got some weird stuff. A halberd, jade halberd, 2 to 32 plus 3, and constantly drips acid. Oh, wow. And a mind crystal of Blade Master. Robe of the Magi and Boots of Speed. Those are both rather good. Helps the wearer cast stronger mage spells. Whereas the Radiant Robe does provide more protection from magic. Yeah, I might actually keep this safe, even if I have to go and get another Dread Curse removed. Where did that bat come from? Yeah, Aww. Good for you, Skylar, having kitties that cuddle and groom each other. Garnet has learned to tolerate Theo. She does get hissy if he gets up in her face, and sometimes they chase each other around a little bit. Haven't gotten them to cuddle up with each other so far. Also, there were even more treasure chests that I could have swiped from Sulfurus, but I'm kind of okay with not doing that right now.
I have so much stuff.
Theo, what are you doing? Come here.
Yeah.
Come here, Theo. Say hello to the nice people on the internet. I don't know if it'll pick up on the microphone, but Theo is basically a purr factory. Also, it does occur to me that my quest is not quite complete. I need to tell the right people what I've done. Is this 2025 or 2005? Good question. So I believe that Erica and the Scimitar both are interested to hear about the exit to the surface world. And don't worry too much about Sulfurus. She's canonically in the next game, so she's not actually dead. She's just rather beaten up and angry at a few humans. Hey there, Erica, we've done it! We found the surface exit! And we killed a dragon! And one of your old servants. Theo, what are you doing over there? Yeah, you're acting all innocent. I hear the thumps. Excellent. I will spread this information around. Soon we will begin to infiltrate the surface. I can hardly wait. She grins. Oh, that, may help to explain the presence of a few exiles on the surface in Exile/Avernum 3. Ha ha. As a reward, you may read portions of 2 of my spellbooks. You can find them past my chambers. But first, I need to pick the lock. Okay, so I can read 2 of these spellbooks. I don't think she tells me which 2. One spell, however, remains readable. And Magrat learns Divine Restoration Level 3. Nifty. While Esme learns Arcane Shield Level 3. Well, Poketroid, I've got some good news. I have a Let's Play of Exile 1 available to watch, and also the recorded videos of this livestream. Also, you can in fact download the original Exile games and play them through an emulator like DOSBox or Sheepshaver for Macintosh. Well, the remake's coming out for Avernum 4, specifically. Oh, hi, Garnet. Yes? Livestream will be ending soon, so that I can go and get dinner for kitties. Oh, both cats in same room. Oh, you're not the one I want to talk to, you are. And, well, I could go through here. There's the standard entrance to Under Barga. We've returned from our adventures. Oh, we'll head on in. Okay. I guess I only have to tell him Phaedrus once. We found the exit to the surface. You tell Rogau all about the hidden exit to the surface. She's ecstatic. You did it! Thank you! Now, at last, we have hopes of escape. Now, we of Avernum might return to the surface. You've done a great deed for us. All of us. What will you do with your knowledge of this exit? She is thrilled. I will spread this information to all of Avernum. Soon we can begin to escape, and to send infiltrators to the surface. You've done a great kindness for all of us. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to get to work. She can barely restrain her grin as she sits down and begins to write letters. Yay. And actually, I'm pretty close to where I want to be for the next big quest. Because for that, we will specifically need this boat. Hi there, Lionel. Good to have you watching. Thanks. Okay, so I've got it saved, and I'm going to quit here, and next time, we kill Emperor Hawthorne. And actually, that'll be the last live stream of this game, most likely, unless something goes horribly weird. So, good night, everyone. Have a good one, and take care. I'll see you next time.